Hey, it's Jason Creel. I want to take time and do a top 5 list for you. Top 5 worst customers to have in the lawn business. Now, just to clarify, I'm not going to be calling out any individual names here of the worst customers. I'm just giving a prototype of what a worst customer would look like, and I think you'll be able to relate. And so what I want you to do is, after the top 5, I'm sure there's others that may be honorable mentions or ones that I've left off, and you can leave those in the comments section. So, number 5 worst customer to have for your lawn care business is the negotiating customer. The one that wants to negotiate on the price, where you say, hey, it's going to be $50. He said, well, will you take 40? And it's just kind of awkward. I mean, it's not we're not buying a car here, it's lawn care. And so the negotiating type, it's not that they negotiate. That's awkward enough, but typically someone that negotiates on their lawn care, they're in general just kind of a cheap, like penny pincher type anyway, so probably not an ideal customer. Number 4, the constantly watching you customer. So, you ever have that customer, you're out mowing the grass and you see them peeking through the blinds all the time, and you're like, maybe I understand it the first time, but if they're constantly watching, they just come stand out in the driveway and just stare at you for the entire time. So, I don't know. I think sometimes I can actually be that customer when like the HVAC guy comes. I want to know what he's doing, and I'm not trying to hound him. I'm trying to learn. But I don't know. I guess maybe that's a double standard. But I don't particularly care for customers staring at me the whole time. Number 3, the customer who's late on their payments just about every month. Every time. So you got to constantly call. They're say they've been your customer for years and they always pay, but it seems like every other time you got to call them and remind them, and I forgot to get, it's just the hassle of it. I wish people like that would just, if they know that's their tendency and they're not great at paying, just prepay for the whole year, let's just take care of it. Number 2 worst customer to have is the person who asks for extra services for free. I mean, you know how it is. You give them a price on let's say mowing the grass, and they say, well, would you mind, can you spray the weeds in my flower beds or pull them, or would you mind just trimming those few hedges over there? It won't take you long. I've had people a lady asked me about coming in her house, hanging up some pictures. Sometimes it's this notion that because you're can mow or take care of their lawn, that you probably know how to fix their broken refrigerator or air conditioner, those kind. It's just, I don't know. People, they want to ask, and I don't think it's always on purpose, but sometimes I think it is. They try to lock you in on a price, and then they sort of pile on top of that. It's kind of like you go through the drive-through at a restaurant, and you get up there to you pay at the first one, you get to the second one, you say, oh, can I just have a free this, and it's kind of a gimmick. I don't know. And number 1 worst customer to have that's just straight up the one that doesn't pay. The guy who, and I'm talking about straight up cheats you, doesn't pay. And I've had them, and you'll probably have them if you haven't yet. But and as I get smarter and learn how to do your billing in a little bit better way, you can avoid getting burned. But it happens, and people they hire you and have really no intention of paying, or maybe they're just run on tough times and they think, yeah, that's one guy I can skip. So anyway, what I'll leave off. I know there's some others out there. I just an honorable mention, I'd say the customer that waters their lawn way too much. I got customers, they just seem like, run their sprinkler every day, and when it's 100 degrees and hot weather, and the yard is still just soggy and wet, or it grows way too fast and they want it cut every 2 weeks, but it really needs to be cut every week, you know. So anyway, those are 5. Give me some more if you have time. Thanks.